The Epstein list, it doesn't matter if the list comes out because they're already fucking arrested. Everybody wants to know about the list because they want to know who's on it. But if they're already arrested, honestly, the kids aren't getting harmed anymore. So that's all that fucking matters. Yes, I want to know who's on it, but I think it doesn't matter because I believe they're all already behind bars or executed.
Right. I hope so.
It's like 24 hours since John McCain was put to death.
Take the temperature down on this issue from within the administration.
Well, I do think that there needs to be more transparency on this. And I think that will happen. I mean, look, I don't know what truly exists there, but I know that this is something that's important to the president as well. He does want transparency on all these fronts, that everything we're talking about, because it's frustrated him as well. He sat for 4 years like the rest of us did and saw lie after lie and saw our country just being sent down the wrong path. And it was really frightening and very upsetting to a lot of people to see. And I would actually say over the past 10 years, we've all kind of endured this. Prior to that, it was probably happening, Benny, but we just weren't as aware of it. It wasn't until Donald Trump came down that golden escalator that he just kind of blew the doors off of everything. And people started to wake up and realize, wait a minute, things are not as they have always been presented to us. And I do believe that you will see that. Now, as it relates to the president, I know that this is probably not his number one thing he's focused on. He's focused on a lot of other important things. We've got this big announcement with Russia, but he hears all the noise and he hears all of the consternation out there. And I think he's going to want to set things right as well. So I believe that there will probably be more coming on this. And I believe anything that they are able to release that doesn't, damage any witnesses or anyone underage or anything like that, I believe they'll probably try to get out sooner rather than later because they hear it and they understand it. But to everybody out there who's all worked up about it, I do just believe that maybe it's been slow rolled for reasons that hopefully we understand down the line. And I think we're probably going to get more transparency on it very soon.
I am the highest version of myself. I'm the highest version of myself. I know I am that I am.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Gatsby Podcast. The best podcast.
The only podcast.
The only podcast. That's true. We are the only podcast.
The only one that matters. So, that being said, like, share, and subscribe. Please, we're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to quit our fucking jobs. And if you can relate, just hit subscribe. If you want to quit your job, hit subscribe. It's that easy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'd subscribe to your channel if you had one. I promise you I'd do it.
He promises.
I promise.
That's a locked-in guarantee right there.
Money down guarantee. No money down guarantee.
I like it.
So, Joe.
This week, you're going to ask me something about the episode or about me?
I was just going to ask how you're doing. I see you got that ball in your mouth.
Moonshine.
Okay.
Ball.
Isn't that a ball?
Oh, the name of the mason jar.
Yep. I got a Yeti.
Mason jar. Ball.
I don't get the...
Freemasons. Ball. Lucifer. They're connected.
Oh, okay.
They worship him.
Oh, is ball a name for Lucifer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the statue that they worship. That they used to place babies on that was burning hot. Remember the Christmas episode?
I don't remember. I forget everything.
Sounds like
Dan forgets everything.
Yeah, that's what you should call your channel.
That's fucked up. What's up? What do you got for me today, Joe?
All right, so this is kind of a sequel to last week, but I'm bringing receipts.
I hear you shouldn't touch receipts.
You shouldn't touch receipts. Never touch receipts. It's making you into a femme.
I love how fast you switched over. You switched gears so fucking quick, bro. You got a hell of a transmission. You're fucking lightning on that.
Bro, it's so funny because anytime I'm at Sprouts or Whole Foods or something, I'm down at the receipt thing, pulling it out with my shirt, throw it out.
You can't just leave it. Just leave it.
I'm not a dick. It's my receipt.
That's true.
All right, so let's get going because this is going to be a pretty long video, and I don't want to split it into two.
Okay.
Because there's not that much to split into two, but there's enough that it's going to be long. So.
Let's get it fucking cracking.
All right, here's the first video.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
Oh boy.
Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. The island was an absolute cesspool.
So that's him outing Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew about going to the island. So
Yeah.
Trump knows that there's a list. He knows there's horrible shit that went on in the island. He's publicly saying it while he's running against Hillary in 2015. And they never said anything about him in the island. The only thing that has come out that they tried to attach Trump to Epstein was the Netflix documentary where they're at like a dinner with fucking all these politicians and shit. And this is like in the fucking early 2000s. So it's odd that he's I mean, we're going to get into a ton more that backs up what I'm saying, but here's the most recent clip of him at the White House.
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen of that?
No, it's not the Attorney General, no. I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city. No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements, we've had a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work.
So it's conflicting. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a reason they're not putting everything out. And obviously he tweeted that Pam Bondi needs to release the files, but there's a lot of reasons not to do it. And in this episode, we're going to go through why it doesn't matter that they release it. Are you ready for this?
Okay, hold on. Let me just touch base on something.
Okay.
I said in the last episode that I think he got so enraged down there in Texas because he wanted, Trump, like, love him or hate him, he's a
he's done a fuck ton for the country.
No, that's not what I'm getting at.
No.
Like him or hate him, he's kind of a
Hothead.
Slightly narcissistic. Like he
He's a
thinks
billionaire.
I'm just saying. If you know his personality, right? Trump loves the credit. Trump loves people to tell him how nice he is, what a great job he's done, right? So for him to be in Texas trying to do something good or bring some positivity to it, they ask him about Epstein, takes the focus off of him. I think he kind of just said it right there. Instead of talking about all the amazing things we've gotten to accomplish, we're talking about this dead guy, this creep. I think he's genuinely pissed that Epstein's a bigger story than his accomplishments right now.
I don't think that's the case, but it could be.
I think he's genuinely pissed.
That might be. Me and you are on two different pages on what we think is going to happen, because I think he knew that question was coming. I think it was this whole entire thing is scripted to happen this way. And I think when he talks about the Epstein hoax, it's more like they've been in control for 4 years and they changed all these fucking files anyway. So whatever comes out is going to be a bunch of fucking bullshit. Mm-hmm. That's what I think he's getting at, without telling us exactly that. You know what I mean? There's obviously tons of people that went to the island. We're going to get into a lot of that. That's what the main thing about the episode is about. But here's another point onto why I don't think Trump is an Epstein or covering for all of the other Epsteins, which is Hollywood and government. So
now here's some things that President Trump's administration has done to combat human trafficking that rarely gets covered by the mainstream media, that all of you can go on whitehouse.gov and look up. President Trump has signed 9 bills into law addressing human trafficking. President Trump has awarded over $35 million in grants that goes to victims of human trafficking. Now, President Trump issued an executive order in 2017 that seized the assets of people involved in human rights abuses, and has also passed executive orders that would seize money from abusers and allocate that money to the victims.
This is a screenshot of all the years Obama was in president for his human trafficking, and then just 2017 and 2018 for Trump. It fucking destroys it. And that's actually a quote from Trump right there. We must resolve to work together to end human smuggling and human trafficking and put these criminal networks out of business for good. He's clearly doing that. So him not wanting to release the list and everybody being all pissed off about it, it doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm still wearing fucking his shit. I haven't fucking turned on him. Like, I'm not saying you turned on him or everybody else turned on him. What I'm saying is there's a reason. And the opening clip that you didn't see,
yeah, why do you keep doing that to me? I feel so left out.
He never sees the opening clips. I don't show him the opening clips. I don't show him.
He forces me to watch the show.
Yeah, pretty much. But Laura Trump on the opening clip was talking about how there's, I think, a reason's going to come out on why they haven't just released everything.
I also heard that they're not in control of said information anyways. It's all in it's in a judge's hands.
Yeah, they got to go to court.
So the I forget exactly what they said, but the court, the people in charge, the people who have all the documentation is the court. So the court could choose to release anytime they fucking want.
Yeah.
It has nothing to, like, Trump telling them to release it doesn't fucking mean anything. He's just like, okay, yeah, fucking release it. It's not up to him. It's up to the court.
Yeah. You're right.
I know.
All right, so we're going to get into a little bit of different stuff here. We just touched on human trafficking. Now, this is Obama.
Ugh, why?
Bro, I sped it up just so it's quicker.
Fucking murderer.
I sped it up and he still fucking pauses like 900 times. It sounds mad slow when he fucking talks. Pedophile Fagola. Did you see him saying that men need more gay friends? I posted, I was like, Obama's out here trying to get more male friends.
He needs a new personal chef.
Yeah. He's the type of friend that will drug you and then you'll wake up with your asshole like double the size.
Yeah, you know how you feel about Bill Cosby? He does it to his boys.
Yeah. Bro, he's way worse than Bill Cosby. He does that to children and yeah.
He unalived his personal chef.
Bro.
He wasn't sucking dick good enough.
Probably, dude. He's such a fucking queer. All right, here we go.
Keeping this facility open
Let's talk about Guantanamo
is contrary to our values. It undermines our standing in the world. It is viewed as a stain on our broader record of upholding the highest standards of rule of law. As Americans, we pride ourselves on being a beacon to other nations, a model of the rule of law. But 15 years after 9/11, 15 years after the worst terrorist attack in American history, we're still having to defend the existence of a facility and a process where not a single verdict has been reached in those attacks.
Now, first off, I wonder why not a single verdict has been reached in the 9/11 attacks. You fucking homo. Oh, I hate that guy so much, dude. Why do you think there's been no arrests during 9/11?
I don't know.
But yeah, so he wanted to close Guantanamo Bay. This is a month before, or a month or two before they left office after Trump won and beat Hillary. So this is
domestic question as well. You have a few months left before you and the president leave office. Do you think that you'll succeed in getting Guantanamo Bay closed?
That is my hope and expectation.
Totally different guy. That was not the Joe Biden that we've been seeing, dude. That was the real Joe Biden before he got. And then here's the most recent Biden administration. What the fuck's... who's the guy that owns Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. Here's Mark.
Alien.
Here's Mark Zuckerberg.
The Guantanamo Bay announcement today. Is there a broader goal within this administration of closing Guantanamo Bay? Has that timeline been set?
Yes, our goal is to close Guantanamo Bay.
Right. That was quick. And here is Trump one more time. Or actually, there's two more. I'll just play them both back in a row.
Sent to Gitmo for the first time in 10 years.
We're going to load it up with some bad dudes, believe me. We're going to load it up.
Issued executive orders keeping open Guantanamo Bay. They wanted to close it. I want to keep it open and use it for the rest.
All right, so this is us from a previous podcast where I played this clip right before.
God damn, my face was
Use
round.
it for her.
Mhm.
You lost weight.
So this is Guantanamo Bay when Obama was president, up on the top there.
Right.
And on the bottom is Trump as president. That red square is the building on the top, and now it's on the bottom. That's how big Guantanamo Bay is now when Trump became president. Why would he make it that much bigger if he wasn't filling it up with government officials, Hollywood actors, CEOs of huge corporations that make Doritos and poison you?
I love that.
I don't know. You tell me.
Exactly. He wouldn't.
And I eat another one.
Because that's what's happening. They're putting all these people in these buildings. They're building more courthouses. They're building more jails. They're building all this crazy shit.
Minnesota. Ugh.
For Tom Hanks and his goons.
Build it and they shall come.
Exactly.
All right, so I actually found a clip that I wanted to play in the episode that we were just talking. If we're going too fast and you want to say stuff, please go for it.
No, I'll chime in.
So basically, Biden and Obama wanted to close Guantanamo.
Yeah, I'm with
Trump
you.
kept it open and
Still
fucking
with you.
build it up massive. This is a clip that will explain this. Biden is the president during this clip.
What you see here on the ground, Deborah, is there's no indication that the military process, the legal process, is going to shut down anytime soon. About 100 yards across the buildings that are in front of me, down into Camp Justice, there is a major construction project going on. They are, in fact, building another courthouse, and they are expanding the workspace for the handling of classified materials by the prosecution. This is a big project. It's over $15 million. So all of that goes to these interesting optics that here on the island, they're expanding the military legal process with physically a new courthouse, while at the same time in Washington, the administration is talking about shutting down the detention camps.
So the Biden administration is saying they're shutting it down. They're on site saying that it's getting even more massive because that picture was from 2019. Biden didn't get into office till, 2021? So at least 2 years. And I think that was a year or two after he was elected. So they're telling you right there it's not closed. It's not going to be closed. And so why wouldn't they close it? What do they need Guantanamo Bay for? Here's a guy. Here's a guy that. Spoiler alert. Here's a guy that actually has done some research into the celebrity situation here.
What's happening now in regards to Tom Hanks is puzzling to me because he is a movie star. He's like the head guy in a movie. He's like a head of associations. And yet for the past 15 days, his Twitter, Instagram, all those accounts that he has normally used in the past are very regular.
Sorry, I paused it for a second. This is during 2020 when COVID just hit.
Okay.
Regularly, all of a sudden is kind of silent. And the videos that are being posted or shared just in the past 2 weeks alone have been videos that have him behind this one rock wall or this kind of a weird door that it just looks like he's in some type of institutionary area. And so in an investigation on some of the claims and some of the thoughts, we're kind of coming to the conclusion that he's not home and he is actually being held someplace. And the guess is Guantanamo because of the surroundings and where his wife Rita on her videos, what do the rooms look like at Guantanamo? What does the structures of the building and the facades and the brickwork and what do they look? They all match. And then when you look into his life and you look at some of the claims and then you look at what he actually posts on his own pages in reference, and then you look at the people he surrounds himself with in Hollywood that are considered his friends, and then you look at their stuff and you see what they're posting and what they're doing. So I'm not going to like somebody's site and saying that has some wild claims. I'm going to the sources themselves and looking for myself, and then just using regular technique for investigation to figure out there's got to be reasons why. And so when I see a silent post from Tom Hanks, basically the only thing that's posted, very little is posted, the only thing that's posted either has him behind a wall or it has him without his face in it. So it might not even be him. And that's how I look at it, because there are strange things, and you would say, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, well, it's crazy that the world is in a lockdown, businesses are shut, the world has stopped, it affects the economies, it affects people, death, all kinds of things are happening right now. You can't ignore that. Who would have guessed that would have taken place?
So,
who would have guessed that?
This is Tom Hanks' post. Hello, folks. Rita and I are down in Australia. Bullshit. You're in Guantanamo. We felt a bit tired, like we had colds and some body aches. Rita had some chills and came and went. Slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we are tested for the coronavirus and we found to be positive. Well, now what to do next? The medical office's protocols follow. We Hanks tested, observed, isolated. Who gives a fuck? He's an idiot. So he's basically saying he has COVID. And they were the first celebrities to have COVID publicly. Had COVID. That picture on the bottom is just of a glove in a trash can. I cut it off so I can blow that up. So, yeah. On to the next. Oh, what do you got to say about that first? With the guy, the brick walls, Guantanamo, they're near a fucking door. We're going. Another video is going to talk more about the Tom Hanks stuff. But yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could be.
So this, David Spade posted this right after Tom Hanks supposedly got COVID and he wasn't put in Guantanamo Bay. Just listen to what he says. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, this all rides on Tom Hanks. Let's be honest. Tom Hanks, national treasure. I love him. We did SNL together. He's a fucking stud. But he's down in Australia like Quentin Quarantino, and I don't like the fact that he's not in the box. Forget Willow Smith. Let's get Tom Hanks in a clear box and watch him. Because if Tom Hanks pulls through, we are going to be so stoked. It's all riding on Tom Hanks, you guys. If anything happens to Tom Hanks, fuck, that shit's over, dude. I'm just going to be like, on my roof. Bye.
He's going to be on his roof with a shotgun over COVID? If Tom Hanks pulls through, then we're all going to be good. It all rides on Tom Hanks. So there's a theory that the pandemic, the shutdown, was to arrest all these fucking people. So we'll get more into it. You got anything else? Anything you want to say before we keep going? Because
no, you shouldn't have told me that, because now I'm going in with all kinds of doubt.
All kinds
shouldn't
of
have
doubt.
told me that.
I said that's one of the theories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's. I'm not even saying I think that. I'm saying one of the big theories is. Anyway, This guy will go. This guy basically talks about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Wilson! Wilson! Do you know the backstory of what this signifies, though? Rewind to 2020 when all these celebrities were on lockdown. They all stayed home to do their part and stop the spread, and they all wore the same off-white hoodie with a mutilated face on it. Man, Jay-Z's cool. He's a cool dude. He's friends with a lot of people. Like Marina Abramovic. She's such a Christian lady. Really cool girl. She does really cool art called spirit cooking, and actually Ellen buys that and does that herself too, as you can tell in her house. Oh yeah, Wilson goes a lot deeper than you think in Hollywood. Oh man, I love when Lady Gaga wore that outfit, glorifying this mutilated face. 2020 was a weird time for old Tommy Hanks. Tommy and his wife were the first couple in Hollywood to get the vid. So they ran as fast as they could to Greece. Really cool picture with Oprah. Look at that clock. Hamburger and hot dog clock. That's pretty cool. And wouldn't you know it, when Tommy left and went to Greece, she started wearing sweatshirts that say "Run, Forrest, run," but in like cryptic ways. Why would they be telling him to run? Hell yeah, one of the first pictures of Tommy and his wife when they got to Greece. It's a pretty cool hotel with the barcode on the door. I wonder what kind of hotel stay that was. That's got to be a high-class hotel, man. And during that time, these Hollywood actors had badass ankle bracelets. Like, I wish I could have one of those. It's so awesome they did their part because they were on lockdown. It's such a cool hoodie, really. I mean, it even says, all the way down the arm, like in pain. Hell, one of my buddies said, what if the pandemic really was just created to arrest pedophiles? I said, that's fucking crazy. This isn't all connected. There's no way, right?
That'd be a murder of a lot of people just to arrest pedophiles, though.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Maybe, honestly, maybe they used it to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe they...
Yeah.
Maybe
it's not...
Because if you go back and look at videos, COVID was fucking planned for years before it happened. So maybe the White Hats knew what they were about to fucking do and were like, all right, we'll arrest you motherfuckers during it. You know what I mean?
Could be.
So, here's more on the ankle bracelets.
Can somebody tell me why all these celebrities have been showing up with what looks like to be a hidden ankle monitor? Perhaps this has something to do with what P. Diddy has gotten up to lately, because it's not just Oprah who has one of these. Ellen DeGeneres and many other celebrities have been caught with what looks to be an ankle monitor. And this goes into the whole boot phenomenon, where some people theorized that they actually had to wear these to hide a ankle monitor beneath them because of a secret court order, but they also had to show up some days with a boot on the wrong foot to be like a secret reveal to the public that they had been compromised somehow. They even got Arnold on here. This was all even reported on.
Not the governor.
So all these celebrities are around the same time this whole Tom Hanks thing is going on, all have boots on. And then they show up in public and the boot is on a different foot than it was originally. They're hiding fucking ankle monitors, dude. Like 1,000%. And John McCain, we showed him in episode like 32 or some shit where his daughter literally, a news broadcaster says, it's been 12 hours since John McCain's been put to death. And then later in the clip, I show his daughter saying, well, you can't kill my father again. McCain died right around that same time. So, or actually, I think he died, he died before that. And they put a wrinkled flag on his coffin. If you ever see any military person, the flag is pristine on the coffin. This shit was wrinkled. If you have a wrinkled flag, it means that you were corrupt and fucking dishonored. You know what I mean? You can look that up.
You can look it up. Take it to the bank.
Gogolack it. All right, so I turned the volume up. This is 20. This is when
decibels?
This is when she's running against Trump. A lot of people think that this is when she got arrested. Because later on this day, after this happened, another Hillary showed up and she was like overweight. She was like way heavier than this chick. But this is Hillary, and I turned the volume up during one part. Maybe she what?
Maybe she went to the buffet.
An hour later, she got that big. Anyway,
Happened to me.
All right. Listen. Did you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to play it again?
Yeah, play it again. What was I listening for?
Watch it. Watch and listen. Look how they're handling her, and then listen to a clinking sound.
Okay.
Was she wearing handcuffs or ankle cuffs or?
I heard some chains.
Yeah.
I heard some chains.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure you did.
I did.
I know.
You call me a fucking
Was
liar?
Hillary arrested right there? That's what
I
I'm
hope
saying.
so.
The Epstein list, it doesn't matter if the list comes out because they're already fucking arrested. Everybody wants to know about the list because they want to know who's on it. But if they're already arrested, honestly, the kids aren't getting harmed anymore. So that's all that fucking matters. Yes, I want to know who's on it, but I think it doesn't matter because I believe they're all already behind bars or dead or executed.
Right.
Yeah. This is a long video. I will be pausing it throughout.
I don't think you will. I think you're gonna let it rip.
No, I'll pause it every now and then.
Okay. Hey, big guns. He misses me.
No,
he misses his uncle.
He sees a ball. It's actually Daisy's ball.
Oh shit.
Huh? What'd you say? Did I show you my crack?
Speaking of balls, go ahead and get your happy nuts.
All right, so
your
we're
happy
gonna
nuts
start
and
the
be
video
happy.
here. We're gonna start the video.
Get out there. And
Right here. There we go.
I guess what we're going to be talking about today is the sealed indictments. Now, I don't know how many there are exactly. You guys are going to be the experts on this. But is it 500,000? What are we looking at here?
We're looking at just under 500,000 federal sealed indictments. And
Where do we go to find that? How do we know that's real? I mean, I understand the whole Q thing. Indictments. How do we know there's any sealed indictments?
there's so much stuff involved with Q that is you have to kind of use circumstantial evidence to prove, and there's a lot of proofs out there, but there is a lot of stuff that we speculate that's going on that we can't necessarily tie to something concrete right now. Amazingly enough, this is one that we can. These are the Q boards right here. Going back to as early as 2018, Q started speaking about sealed indictments, and you can see that highlighted here in the middle in red, right? Back in 2018, you see right here, there's a number of places where Q starts talking about, and it says, but interestingly, if nothing is being done behind the scenes, why are there 50,000 plus sealed indictments across the U.S.? Again, it mentions it down here. Have you ever witnessed 40 to 50,000 sealed indictments?
But that's still a long shot off from 500,000, right? I mean,
it is, but remember, this was back in 2018.
Okay.
And again, right here, think of sealed indictments, and ask yourself, does Huber, the special prosecutor going to Crossfire Hurricane, have the ability to file across 50 states? Is that normal? Remember that, the 50 states. Because what happened over here, on the right side, is you can see that the Anons started talking about Pacer. Pacer.gov. What is Pacer.gov? Pacer.gov is the official database, if you will, of all federal indictments, sealed and unsealed. You can run reports.
So it is
look up
official.
cases.
You can look up the indictments there.
Yep, Pacer.gov. Put a gun to my head and said, what is the one thing that really cemented Q for you? It was this.
Okay.
Amongst many other things, but this is one of the first. So I mailed away for one and I got it. And back in my office in the day, I looked it up, and at the time I was like, holy crap, there really is. I think at the time it was pushing 200,000 by 2020. Because remember, we're talking about 50,000 in 2018.
So these indictments are legit.
They're legit. And what happened next is, you can see on here on the right side, these people were asking Q. They said, well, if I have an idea for Pacer account holders, why don't we start doing random searches using unsealing order? And that's right here on the right side. I'm highlighting it right there. And Q answered 100% authentic, telling them, like, look, this is where you're going to look. You're right. You're on the right track here. In this sheet here, this is the one that was posted on July 1st, 2018 into the Q drops. It's a little hard to read.
So I updated and put the actual picture over his because his was super fucking blurry. But yeah, so
Okay.
I'll get back in.
But it's showing at the time in 2018 that just from October 30th of 2017, which is about when Q started, to June 30th of 2018, there was already 40,000. Now this is back in 2018. Here it shows a link to backup files, and then it also says how many are normal. And so what these Anons did is they went back and they said, At any given time, they looked in 2006, 2009, random years, and they found usually a few thousand. In this case, 1,077. I've seen numbers as high as 2,800, 3,000, 4,000. They said, wow, this is certainly a lot higher than normal, because normal is usually a couple of thousand. Most people would know sealed indictments are usually done in RICO cases or larger cases where there's a reason that they have to keep the information hidden from the public.
There it is, 45,468. See that? Just between 10/30/17 to 7/31/18.
That's wild.
And there's usually only a couple thousand.
For reasons of security, national security, whatever it might be. And Q answered them and said, good tracking. Ask yourself, is this normal? This is bigger than people can possibly imagine. Nothing being done? Question mark. Then it says at the bottom again, ask yourself, who is filing the indictments? It would take a very large team to work this quickly. Who has that kind of manpower? It's asking, ask yourself, does Huber have the ability to file across all 50 states? Again, it's pointing you towards, there's something different going on here. This is not a DC prosecutor.
So this is upper echelon military, I'm guessing.
Exactly. That's exactly right. This is August 19th, 2018. I'm looking at the far left column here. In Section 12 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. And it talks about an amendment that they made, that the Secretary of Defense, in consultation with Homeland Security, will issue non-binding guidance regarding factors that commanders, convening authorities, staff judge advocates, and judge advocates should take into account when exercising their duties with respect to the disposition of charges and specifications in the interest of justice and discipline under Articles 30 and 34 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. These are the sections, that speak about tribunals.
Wow. So that's the whole purpose for these 4 years, is let them commit more crimes. Let the indictments build up so that we can go after these criminals and take them out. They go to military tribunals. It's a fast process. It's done swiftly. No horse shit, no bullshit. They're in, they're out. They're either put to death or put in.
So military tribunals, have you looked into them at all? So it's a court with literally a fucking the top level of a military being the judge. The prosecution has the prosecution, and then there's the defendant and a lawyer. No audience, no jury. Literally, they fucking give their case to the high up in the military, and he fucking decides if you're going to get put to death, or you're going to Guantanamo, or you're free. That's what a military, and it's fucking quick. It's a fucking day. Like, you get arrested, and if it's through the military, it happens within a fucking week or two. So, yeah. All right, we'll go back into it.
Jail. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is running concurrent with all that heavy airplane traffic going in and out of Gitmo, which again can be tracked through public sources.
So, sorry I paused it so quickly, but all this is happening while all this military plane activity is happening going to Guantanamo Bay and out of Guantanamo Bay. Now, a sealed indictment doesn't mean that it's sealed and no one knows about it. It's just they did the indictment. It's just nobody can see it yet.
It's not for the
public. So the arrest exactly, like he said, is like big RICO cases and shit. In a huge human trafficking pedophile ring is an enormous fucking case. And if you have, he said up to, and this is like 2023 or 2024 while they're talking right here. So they're talking about 500,000 sealed indictments, and he'll get into showing that too. That's nuts, dude. When it's usually like up to, I think he said earlier, he said the highest he's seen is like 3,600 at one time. And that's for the entire country.
Right. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
That there is some validity to the rumors going around that much of this has been done already. Because you have to think about it. It's you could have the biggest army in the world, but to try to execute, this many indictments or arrests at once is almost impossible. And secondarily, as more and more information comes out about what's been done to COVID and the bioweapons and all these other different things, you have to think strategically that the more the public knows, the more risk there is of the public taking things into their own hands. So it would behoove the military to have...
You can't let them.
It's
chaos.
So it would make sense.
They'd be lynching people's houses, dude. They'd show up with fiery
right.
stakes and hoods and getting everybody. Like, it would be. So I do agree with that 100%. That makes complete sense to me. Magnitude of this 500,000 sealed indictments. That's 500,000 people right there. I mean, how many people are in Congress? 305.
Also keep in mind one thing: each federal indictment each file can hold up to 99 people. Zoom in as Biden walks in, and what you'll notice around a lot of these people, Pelosi being one, quite a number of the big names. Look very closely at the people surrounding them. You will find U.S. Marshals. You can look right at their lapel pin.
You know what? I've seen it. Yes.
So what do U.S. Marshals do? They guard prisoners. But going back to your question about how many people are going to be taken down, now remember, an indictment is just that. It's not a conviction.
I think some of these, but I still feel like Obama. I still feel like a few others are being allowed to be who they are and run amok because they're going to be the. I think though, if I understand Trump, I would leave Obama. I would leave him alone and let him squirm and let him know I'm coming.
I tend to subscribe to the theory that pretty much most of it is a show. Now, I know people hate hearing that. I do always remind people that we are still at war. And it's, I use the analogy of a football game, right? You could be up 40-0 and there's 30 seconds left in the game. The other team can't win, but they could still take out your quarterback's leg. They could still, so that I'm not naive enough to sit there and saying you're completely watching a movie, everything's fake. No. So I think as we've moved from 2021 to now, I think some of the stuff that was going on in 2021 was letting them complete the crime. At this point, I really think that people got to take a hard look at Biden. Because if you think that the black hats are controlling Biden, and that's the guy they would put out there,
right?
The guy that can't walk, can't talk.
Well, the globalists are shocked that Biden, not only he actually extended the Trump tariffs. He didn't remove the tariffs. He's extending them on China. And that runs counter to everything the globalists ever wanted, which is to gut our manufacturing from within. And it's like this on a whole number of issues, substantive issues. So, yeah, he does the cosmetic stuff, like he recognizes Transgender Day, and then he stumbles and bumbles, and he plays the part of this, radical that's scaring the hell out of everybody. But then when it's tariffs on the border wall, he's funding the border wall. We've talked on your show several times about the executive orders that Trump put in place dealing with election fraud and human trafficking. He not only left them in place, he signed and extended them. So you see this pattern again and again and again and again. And I said it once, I'll say it again and again. This character not only deserves a Medal of Freedom when this is all over, but he also deserves an Academy Award.
So, I mean, they're saying the same thing I was saying in the Biden episode. It's an actor playing him, and I think he's controlled by the good guys. A lot of people don't believe that, but, I mean, that whole shit with Biden, that whole entire 4 years, that was comedy. Like, he was a fucking dead guy. And then the auto pen situation, dude. You heard about the auto pen situation where over 50,000 signatures were by an auto pen, not by Biden. So all of that is getting fucking eliminated.
Also, I don't know if I just saw it or we saw it, but apparently he was signing the pardons with the auto pen.
Yeah. So see you later, Bill Gates. Fauci. Yeah.
See you soon, bud.
Yeah. But that will be next week. We already recorded next week's episode. I'm squeezing this in. Next week's episode, I believe, is the funniest episode we've ever done.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And it's the Great AIDS Hoax.
Oh, God.
Dude, it's so funny though. It's so funny.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch.
I know you will. You watch every episode. I hope. Yo, this dude leaves our episodes on for his dog.
Isn't my dog loves to hear me talk. Man.
Yeah,
she loves it.
She loves me. Talk a lot. No, you don't. When I go through the episodes to do clips on Instagram, you are like quiet most of the episode.
I only talk when it's important.
Sure.
This post here, just to continue what we were talking about with the sealed indictments, the second piece of this paragraph that I've highlighted, if you continue reading it, it says that guidance will take into account, with appropriate consideration of military requirements, the principles contained in official guidance of the Attorney General to attorneys for the federal government with respect to the disposition of federal criminal cases in accordance with the principle of fair and even-handed administration of federal criminal law. What it's basically telling you is we updated the Uniform Code of Military Justice to connect it to federal indictments.
Wow.
To the Attorney General. So, because my question at first was, well, wait a second, if we're under military occupation, And these are civilian criminal indictments. How can that work? How can the military do tribunal through DOJ or state level indictments? Well, there's your answer right there in that paragraph. They amended the UCMJ. Is you go into this spreadsheet that is public open source, and they've actually put in there links to every single line. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lines by each federal district, right? Southern District of New York, whatever it may be. And you look right here, and you can see this is a pacer.gov report, where you can run a report, save it to PDF. This is what it looks like. And you see these are all unsealed indictments, but then as you get to the bottom, this is a long one. Scroll all the way down, and here you go. You see United States versus sealed versus sealed, sealed versus sealed, sealed versus sealed, and on and on and on. So what these guys did is they kept going after that spreadsheet was put into the Q drops. This is all by state, by the district.
So in other words, it's
district.
proof that this is ongoing.
Yes. And if you look right here, you can see my mouse in the middle of the screen. See if I could zoom it in for you a little bit. Nope, won't let me go. Here we go. Right here, where my arrow is, 495,114 sealed indictments. Jeez. And you can see on line 7259 right there, where it says Western District of Wisconsin, that they last updated this on 4/27/24.
They actually do the research. Do you? You may disagree all you want, but do you go through what they did to research everything that they have? No, you did not. The answer is no, you did not. So keep an open mind, keep an open ear, keep your eyes open, and listen and watch this. This is important stuff. These people put their time, sweat, and energy into this and pulled this up. They didn't pull this out of their ass. All right, go ahead.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So, the logical question is, well, a lot of people, I've had people ask me, well, that means there's a lot left to be done. I remind everybody that if you follow Q, it tells you that 20% is public, 80% is covert. So, I think this goes along the lines of, do I believe that just because they haven't been unsealed, they haven't been executed? No, I think going back to what we were talking about before, much of this has already been executed. And depending on what they did, I think depending on the person, they were either taken away permanently or brought in, read the riot act and said, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're not going to do. You're going to play a role. Remember, think of all the CEO, over 4,000.
That was wild. I remember they started dropping like flies, bro.
CEO resignations.
Yes.
Since 2018.
You're right. They stepped down.
Right. So you walk in, you show them a federal indictment, you say, here's what you're going to do. On this date, you're going to step down. I also didn't put it past them. You say to yourself, why did Bud Light do what they did? What idiot would do that, would allow that campaign to go out, knowing that it's going to tank your stock? Well, somebody that was under a federal indictment that was told to do it. That's just my theory on that.
Okay.
But CEO resignations are real. We've seen an unprecedented number of resignations
and we've seen
in the House and the Senate.
Certain actors be taken into custody. They looked at, you see the rooms that they were taking photographs in or whatever. Sure, it could be Photoshopped, whatever. I don't think so. But there's certain things that I've watched. Certain celebrities' Twitter's handles are not theirs anymore. It looks they haven't even been responsive on their social media, and it looks generic. So I know there's something absolutely going on behind the scenes.
So 400 CEOs, 4,000 CEOs or 400?
I think they said 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000 CEOs resigned. There's 500,000 sealed indictments. Hollywood and the government went absolutely fucking batshit during 2020. Even before that. Guantanamo Bay remains open after they were promising it's going to get closed. This is a show. The Epstein list, yes, I get why everybody wants to see it because I've been wanting to see it. I understand that. There's a reason that they're not just like they said. If all this is, if they're not getting arrested and shit, how? What the fuck am I trying to say? I just lost my train of thought. It just doesn't make any sense. If all these people are getting arrested and they say they release the Epstein list, okay? The whole full list, everybody's on it. How do you make that many arrests after dropping that right away? Arresting all these people. And we're not just talking about celebrities and politicians. We're talking about your everyday fucking police officer. Like, that's how deep this shit goes, dude. There's police offices that are like deep into Freemasonry and shit, and they're part of it, part of the corruption. Like, you've seen videos of cops being complete fucking pricks. I'm not saying all cops. There's a lot of fucking police stations out there, fucking state governments. Like, yo, this goes fucking people that are fucking spraying chemtrails in the fucking sky. Like, this goes fucking deep, dude. Like, very deep. There's 500, that's 500,000 arrests. At least, because like you said, it can go up to 99 people. So, the boots, the fucking ankle monitors, the fucking run Forrest run after he looks like he's in fucking some fucking prison. Like, man, it's already happened. They're already arrested. They're already executed. They're already imprisoned. It's, bro, that's why people need to stop getting emotional about it. I get it. I totally get it. But all right, that's my case. What say you?
I'd be great, or I'd be happy if that's actual truth. I don't have that much faith in our government.
It's not our government, dude. Trump is a fucking figurehead, dude. The Trump administration, they were put in place because Trump was chosen to be the figurehead of this movement. Like, it's a military operation. They chose him because they knew he could beat Hillary legitimately. Like, Trump is the figurehead. I don't think he's the one in charge. I think there's a big military operation going on, and they've been trying to do this. I think JFK Jr. is a part of it. I think they've been trying to do this for over 20 years. And they found their spot against Hillary, and we're like, we're doing it now. Because, dude, what Hillary was supposed to win is she was supposed to start. Obama started it with all of his nonsense, and then Hillary was supposed to be the completionist for 8 years and was supposed to destroy. Imagine COVID if Hillary was in charge. Bro, imagine that. Like, it's all a show. I know you don't have faith in the government, but based on the evidence I showed you, take your preconceived stuff out of it, and based on this episode, what do you think? Do you think they've already been arrested or not?
No, I don't.
Wow. Okay.
What? I don't think they've been arrested.
Okay.
I don't think. Here's the thing,
bro. I don't know how I just showed you all that stuff, but that's but it's cool. It's you. You know, do you? Do you? I can't convince you anymore after that. Like, this is, yeah. It's so obvious to me. It's so obvious to so many people. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying when I say it's obvious to a lot of other people, I'm saying people that have done deep fucking dives into it like I have. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I get it. You're the everyman, and you see here's a whole nother thing. Since when does everybody believe what they see on the fucking mainstream television, news, social media? It's all fucking lies. All of it. Why are we believing what we're seeing on the TV? It's 100% a show. I can't, guys.
So I don't get my news from mainstream media. I go there for fucking little clips and excerpts that I think are going to be fucking to see what everybody's talking about, and then I seek out the people I trust with information.
No, I know, but they're still going to post what they saw on the news too. Like, what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, they comment on what they see in the news for sure.
What I'm saying is, Trump saying shit and what you're seeing is not what's happening behind the scenes. There's literally pictures of Nancy Pelosi with U.S. Marshals, and you can see their badges on their fucking hips.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying none of them have been arrested. I don't think they've done this huge sweeping program where fucking 500,000 people have been arrested for this shit. That would be crazy. That'd be hell.
It started in 2020.
That would be one hell of a fucking process.
Yeah.
And if so, that's great.
That's what I'm saying.
Why hide it? My point is,
again, they need to arrest these people first.
Until I see it, I can't believe it, man.
All right, I'm gonna play one more video.
Hold on, and to my point on that, right? The same reason I'm open-minded about fucking flat Earth is the same reason I'm open-minded about fucking anything, because until I see it with my own eyes, I can't believe it.
Absolutely, but you can have an opinion on. You can be on one side of the fence.
I am on the side of the fence. I hope it's true.
I know.
I can't believe that it's true if I don't believe it.
I'm not telling you to believe something you don't believe. What I'm telling you is I just gave you a whole bunch of evidence of
circumstantial evidence.
No, dude, 500,000 sealed indictments, bro? What? Guantanamo Bay still being fucking open?
I haven't seen Guantanamo. You've shown me pictures. Somebody could have created that.
All right. Here's one last video
Is that not
I
true?
wasn't planning on playing, but here it goes.
Okay.
Dr. Marks here. I'm the gentleman that was on the Sean Ryan podcast that talked about pedophilia and explained how there are networks. This is coming from someone who, one, hunts pedophiles and protects children through our task force. This is the reality that I want people to understand. And the reason why the Epstein list will not come out, like I've said from the beginning, is because it is an intelligence operation. The best form of currency right now for control and power in our world is videos or pictures of children being abused by certain adults. When you have those as leverage, you can control a person to make decisions that will shape nations and truly make the difference in both political, legal, business, and world economics. The moment you prosecute a pedophile that would be on that list, you lose the leverage on them, and you also risk them telling the rest of the story.
Good. Fuck them and the rest of them fucking pedophiles.
Bro,
lock them all up.
I feel like no one understands this. If you put out a list that has princes, the fucking Pope, world leaders all over the fucking world, celebrities all over the world, fucking governments all over the world, it's a massive operation. There's 500,000 sealed indictments. You have to do the arrests before you publicly put it out there.
Why?
Dude, we did another episode that's
hold on.
not coming out for a couple weeks.
Hold on. Why do you have to arrest them privately before making it public? Why?
If you make it public, it's gonna be harder to arrest them.
I don't think it will. I think regular citizens are gonna fucking do what needs to be done.
Bro.
These people need to die.
Yeah, I know.
If you're a fucking pedophile, you need to die.
There will be riots, is what I'm trying to say.
Good.
And more innocent people will die. Instead of them arresting them and executing them. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with your comment earlier about COVID. They would do that, and kill a whole bunch of people. You're right on that. I hadn't thought about that. But it's the same thing. You put this list out, a ton of innocent people are going to die. A ton of innocent people, I think, are going to start committing suicide because a lot of fucking people are obsessed with celebrities. And if their favorite celebrity turns out to be a pedophile, people will start offing themselves. If you find out that 500,000 people, if someone wrapped up in, like I used to be, wrapped up in the fucking entertainment industry and fucking, not like I used to be, because as soon as I found out they were pedophiles, I stopped watching all that bullshit. So not me, but other people that are obsessed with movies and entertainment, they start seeing every big celebrity that they've listened to and watched on movies and television shows, that they're all fucking human trafficking, pedophile, child murderers. People will fucking lose their shit, dude. I'm sorry. They will lose their shit. There's a ton of fucking crazy assholes out there, dude. You know this.
I agree. I know there's lots. Here's the thing, though. If oh shit.
I know. I get you say fuck them because they don't fucking matter, but they do. People matter.
Okay.
The craziest motherfucker in the world, as long as he's not a fucking one of these scumbags, a murderer, a pedophile, people deserve to live, and I believe people deserve to change.
You're right. You know,
If
you're right.
you're
Joe.
not one of these pieces of shit.
You're right. You're right.
So, yeah, fuck them. But no, because it's like, I get why you say fuck them, because they're idiots, dude. Like, I just saw a video of a woman saying, can we all agree that calling someone ma'am and sir is offensive? She's a fucking retard. I get this. But we don't want people to die. We want this whole thing to come out. They all get arrested, and the world starts doing better, and people start realizing that they need to stop fucking eating unhealthy shit. And you know what I mean? It's I get why it's not coming out. It makes fucking 100% total sense to me. But I totally get why people want the list to come out. So take this evidence with what you will, and yeah, that's all I got.
All right. I appreciate the efforts and all the energy you put into this.
But you don't think anyone's been arrested? Okay.
I didn't say anyone.
If there's that many civil indictments, how do you want it to happen?
One more point.
Go for it.
If Trump executed this, you don't think he would be the first motherfucker to be like, I got 500,000 people arrested for pedophilia. We're going to execute them all.
Bro.
I don't know why I did a Southern accent there. He's not Southern.
Like I said, dude.
He would be writing his own headlines.
He was chosen to be the figurehead of this movement. I 100% believe that. So he will get that moment. But he needs to arrest the 500,000 people first.
It's going to be a very delicious moment.
From 2020 to now, you can arrest that many people if you're doing it fucking every day. And like, dude, there's so much. There's videos of. I played a video of Michelle Obama during Big Fat Dick Mike's fucking video, where her and Obama are running downstairs, and you see her flick her dick while she's running down the stairs. There's fucking. It looks like police or fucking something around them. Bro, there's so many videos of this shit, and
all right,
500,000 people is a lot of people to arrest, and Trump has 3 more years to arrest the rest of them before he tells everyone that
they've all been arrested and murdered.
Yes,
or executed.
Yep, and I think for
crimes against humanity.
I think we're going to see a lot more celebrities that are like the same thing with P. Diddy. I think we're going to see a lot more of that type bullshit.
P. Diddy's about to walk, bro.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is you're going to see a lot more of the P. Diddy shit with other celebrities because they need people to start realizing that all of entertainment is full of fucking creeps. They need to, like I said, before people go batshit in their fucking heads and lose their minds over it, they're prepping people. P. Diddy was a huge fucking person. Everybody loved him. Like you and Mike, you bought a CD. You remember you talked about it.
I was fucking 15, dog.
Oh, you bought it. I thought you said Mike bought it.
Mike bought it. I'm just saying, I was 15.
You just outed yourself. It took 90
90
episodes, but you outed yourself.
Anyways, guys, this was a great episode. Check out next week's episode because Joe claims it's going to be the funniest episode we've ever done. Like, share, subscribe, get this out to your friends.
Comment below. I have not prepped the 100th episode yet. I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be about. So if you want to be a part of it, put it in the comments. If you see a comment that has a suggestion and you like it, click the heart button. The most votes is what we're going to do.
Okay.
And right now it's a 3-way tie between 2 fucking really weird ones and more flat earth. So
please help me out. I don't want to do another flat earth video. For the love of God.
Well, you're doing a podcast with me, so it eventually will happen again. Come on now. You're almost there, dude. I was gonna do an intercut with like clips of you totally fucking against it, and as the episodes progress, you're more and more like, all right, okay. And then this latest one that we did, you're like, I got you like 50-50. It's great. All right. So, all right, buddy, that's all I got. I hope you have an excellent night. And everybody, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
You've reached the offices of the Godspeed Podcast. We are currently closed. Please leave your information and someone will return your call within 24 business days. Thank you.
Imagine this, the day after the real proof drops. Not rumors or flight logs, but undeniable footage of world leaders doing hideous, unmentionable things to children. The world reacts with horror. Governments crumble. Markets collapse. Chaos spreads. Why? Because when power is suddenly removed without a plan, a vacuum forms, and nature abhors a vacuum. Now imagine you hold that proof, evidence implicating presidents, billionaires, architects of global control. You could release it, or you could use it to force them to surrender, dismantle their networks, and retreat without war. That's not corruption. That's leverage. And leverage is how you... Not corruption. That's leverage. And leverage is how you remove power without triggering collapse. To the doubters who say Trump is on the list, ask yourself, if that were true, why did they deploy everything to stop him? Lawfare, fake investigations, a CIA-signed Russia hoax, even attempts on his life. If they had the leverage on Trump, they would have used it already. But they haven't, because they don't. I wish Trump didn't have to lie. I wish there were another way. Maybe this bizarre, out of sync with MAGA behavior is the wink and the nod. Maybe acting out of character is the message. This isn't about feelings. It's not about outrage or hashtags. It's about power and how it's strategically neutralized. You don't take down the Illuminati or New World Order with a lawsuit. You do it with leverage. Silent, invisible, world-shaping leverage. My friends, we are all anonymous, and welcome to the real world.